Welcome to QDPM. In a previous video I showed you how to create a project. Now I'm going to show you how to create tasks for a project. We're currently looking at the project that I created, and as you can see it has no tasks. Before I show you how to add a task, let's just have a look at some of the other features that we have here. If you want to know more about the project, you can click the More Info button, and there you'll see the description of the task, the attachments, and the project team. If you want to edit that information, you just click the Edit button, and you can make the same edits across the same tabs that you had when you added the project. You can view all tasks or add a new task using the drop-down menu, or you could do the same thing here with the Add Tasks. If you had a big list of tasks, you could use the filters. You could look at tasks of a particular priority, a particular status, a particular label, a particular type, who it's assigned to, or who it's created by. At the moment we have a default filter on, which is the Open Task. Now I'm going to add a task. It's very easy. Click the Add Task button, and let's just look at some of the fields here. We have type, status, priority, and label, and they are all values that are configured in the configuration menu. The type of task can be anything you like, but here we have a standard task, a change, a defect. You could also add things like issues. The status is grouped in a workflow of open, done, closed, and you can put whatever values you like within them. Tasks can also have priorities, and here again you can set the priority, and each one of those priorities, when you look at it in a list, also has an icon to indicate urgency. Label is probably one of the most flexible fields. Here we're using it to indicate whether the task is billable or not. So it has a status of billable or non-billable. We also have a status of warranty, meaning it's going to get fixed under warranty, or we're going to make the change, do the task free of charge. We also very easily can select who is going to work on the task, and here we have a subset of our users, which is the people who are assigned to the project. Give the task a meaningful name, because you often have a task list which is multiple projects, and sometimes it's easier if you can understand which project it belongs to. So I've given it a name, and then I can give it a description. Again, a lot like a project description, you can put as much in here as you need to, or as little. So I can type in the description. I've typed into the description, and now I can move on to the other tabs. I can enter how much time I estimate the task is going to take me. I can put in a start date. I can put in an end date. And I can even say what progress is already completed on it. If you don't put start and end dates on a task, they're not going to show up in the Gantt chart. So that's just a note for people who like to track via Gantt. We can also add attachments, and this is good if, say for this particular task, making this particular video, I could have an attachment which was the script. But as you can see, I have no script. I'm making it up as I go along, so I don't have an attachment. But just to show you, in case you haven't seen the other video, you can quickly navigate to a folder on your desktop and add an attachment. So that we've got our attachment, we've got our time, and we've done everything except probably assign it to someone. That's right. So you can select all, or you can just pick one person. You can pick more than one person, but that makes it difficult when you're tracking actuals. So just remember, it's best to have tasks in terms of best practice project management that are assigned to individuals. Break it down to individuals. And also less than 8 hours work is always a good idea. And there we've added our tasks. So I'm going to add another one. And of course Sergey's not on the list, but I'm going to get Jamila to do it. So there we have, it's very quick. This way I didn't put any estimated time, I didn't put a due date. If I work on a task, I could make a comment. At that time I could change the percentage complete, or I could put in actual work hours. I could revise the end date if I have the authority to do that, and I can also change the other labels. And there we go. We have a task. It's now being worked on. I'm adding comments as I go.